This is Radio 1 and you're listening to DSK Toyota Good Morning Pune with MJ Tarun.
And like I promised, हमारे साथ हैं फरहान अख्तर to talk about his latest release भाग मिल्खा भाग. फरहान, हमने सुना है कि ये मूवी मिल्खा सिंह जी की लाइफ पर ज़्यादा बेस्ड है rather than his sporting achievements. Tell us about that.
The sport aspect in the film is more the backdrop against which we have this very human story of Milkha ji's journey from the time that he was a kid and a victim of partition and to how he became this legendary athlete and this legendary icon that we know him as. So it's a very human story about his trials, his tribulations, his sacrifices, and there's more of an emotional resonance of him as a person as opposed to the focus on how many races he won or how many he lost. So that's why I think it's not really about the sport, it's more about him.
और बहुत सारी तैयारी फरहान को करनी पड़ी इस मूवी के लिए, उसके बारे में बात करेंगे अब से थोड़ी देर में 94.3 रेडियो 1 पर. आप हो तरुण के साथ एंड द शो इज कॉल्ड DSK Toyota Good Morning Pune. Stay tuned.
This is Radio 1 and you're listening to DSK Toyota Good Morning Pune with MJ Tarun.
In conversation with फरहान अख्तर हम बात कर रहे हैं भाग मिल्खा भाग के बारे में, एक फिल्म जिसके लिए फरहान को बहुत ज़्यादा तैयारी करनी पड़ी. सबने देखा है कि क्या ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुआ है उनकी पर्सनैलिटी में. फरहान, what were the biggest challenges when you were preparing for the role?
Well, I mean, it is hard work to try and get yourself physically, of course, to look a certain way, and also just mentally make yourself stronger because you know that there's a lot of effort going to be required from you on the days of shoot as well. I mean, as an athlete, when you run a race, for example, I mean, you're preparing for years and for months, and then the race is 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds of a day, and your race is done. When you're shooting, I mean, you have to shoot 9 hours, 10 hours, so you'll have to run through the day. So the effort needed on that day is a lot more, I think. So we were in training for about 6.5 months before getting into filming. And then through the shoot, we were constantly in training. And you do get newfound respect for athletes. I mean, I'm a big sports fan. I've always admired them. But to live that life for about a year and a half, you understand the sacrifices that go into it, the kind of discipline that is needed to perform your best, to stay focused. And something that I think for most of us, is a bit tedious, which is routine. We're not used to routine. Yeah. So just to submit yourself to say that, okay, this is going to be my life for the next year and a half, and adjust to that. That needs a little bit of kind of reminding yourself as you go along as well. So it is hard work, but the purpose of the film to me was way larger than anything that we were doing. That quantified it in my head to having to be the right thing to do for the part, and which is why, as difficult as it may seem, it was enjoyable and it was always challenging and exciting.
Wow. And there's a lot that goes behind a movie when you prepare for a particular role, or when you are trying to impersonate some person who's been a legend like Milkha Singh ji. और सिर्फ फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट नहीं, और भी बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट्स होते हैं पर्सनैलिटी के, जहाँ पर आई एम श्योर फरहान ने बहुत सारी मेहनत की है. इसके बारे में बात करेंगे अब से थोड़ी देर में ऑन 94.3 रेडियो 1. आप हो तरुण के साथ और ये शो है DSK Toyota Good Morning Pune.
This is Radio 1 and you're listening to DSK Toyota Good Morning Pune with MJ Tarun.
और हम बात कर रहे हैं फरहान अख्तर से उनकी लेटेस्ट रिलीज भाग मिल्खा भाग के बारे में. फरहान से हमने जाना कि कितनी मुश्किल उन्हें आई मिल्खा सिंह जी का वो रोल अदा करने के लिए, बिकॉज बहुत सारी फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ चाहिए होती है टू इम्पर्सनेट एन एथलीट लाइक मिल्खा सिंह जी. पर इसके अलावा भी वो एक कमाल की पर्सनैलिटी है. मैंने उनके इंटरव्यूज़ देखे हैं, उनको सुना है बोलते हुए और उनके बारे में बहुत सारी बातें पढ़ी हैं. फरहान, उनकी पर्सनैलिटी में जाना, इट मस्ट हैव बीन रियली टफ, राइट?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's a very as they say, a satrangi person. He had many things going on in his life. I mean, apart from his sporting athletic ambition, everything he did, I think he did like kind of to the extreme. So when he loved somebody, he loved them completely unconditionally and gave everything to it. When he wanted to break the world record, he gave everything to it. When he danced, he would just not hold himself back and just let go and completely let loose. So that's the kind of personality that he was, and that comes through in everything that's happening in the film. So it was just trying to stay true to that. and then everything else that needs to come in. I mean, so whether it's language, whether it's the way you look, just everything that's needed, the root of it can be found in the kind of personality that he was.
वंडरफुल. इस बारे में और भी बातें करेंगे, और एक गाना है जो मुझे बहुत पसंद आया मूवी से, वो आपके लिए प्ले करने वाला हूँ आपसे थोड़ी देर में, और उस गाने के बारे में डिटेल से बात करेंगे बिकॉज आई हैव हर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ स्टोरीज अबाउट दैट सॉन्ग. स्टे ट्यून्ड टू 94.3 रेडियो 1. आप हो तरुण और फरहान अख्तर के साथ. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट भाग मिल्खा भाग. I just love this track.
This is Radio 1 and you're listening to DSK Toyota Good Morning Pune with MJ Tarun.
हम बात कर रहे हैं फरहान अख्तर से उनकी लेटेस्ट रिलीज भाग मिल्खा भाग के बारे में, जिससे ये गाना मैंने प्ले किया. फरहान, टेल अस अबाउट दिस सॉन्ग, हाउ इट वाज शॉट, द लोकेशन, और मूवी में कैसे फिट होता है.
Well, it's an army camp and it's an army barrack where the song is shot. It's again, I mean, it's a moment in the film where all the jawans who've been undergoing very rigorous training just get together to have a nice fun evening and just kind of let loose. And this is again, I mean, these are instances that Prasun has brought into the script from having very long conversations over a very long period of time with Milkha ji himself, where he used to talk about that they used to love to dance, so any opportunity that they got, because again your life is so regimented when you're in the army that whenever you get an opportunity to just let loose, I mean somehow the celebration factor is a lot more. And that's where it came from. He's like, when I used to get a chance to, they used to play music and we used to start dancing, and he's like, I was unstoppable because I used to just love doing it. So it comes from that.
And we're giving you a chance to watch this movie. Stay tuned to 94.3 Radio 1 to win movie tickets. और अभी I'll say bye to you. मेरे जाने का टाइम हो चुका है. आपको मिलता हूँ थिएटर में, और हाँ, कल मिलता हूँ यहाँ पर सुबह 7 बजे. Till then, bye, take care and have a wonderful day.